So you may have heard of this thing that over the last years has been drastically increasing in value, and it's this thing called data. And there's really only a handful of companies in the world that own pretty much all of the data that there is, which is an astounding amount of data now. Since the internet's come out, there's been insane amounts of data collection that's been happening, and it's pretty much all consolidated into a very small number of companies. And Facebook is one of those companies that has incredible amounts of data, and specifically it has a lot of data on business and on trends and on products, because so many people have used Facebook ads to grow their business, and Facebook pages and things like that to grow their business, to sell their product and services. And so we're going to talk today about the top businesses that Facebook recommends based on its data for 2020. If you're new here, we talk about how to sell crap online in more proper words, how to build online businesses, online marketing, online sales, online advertising, all that good stuff. So what we're going to do here is look at this report. I got to get a screen recording going. This right here is the 2020 Topics and Trends report from Facebook IQ. So right here, the introduction, I'm not going to read through all this, but there's a couple key points here. So just to get some insight into what this is, it says we explore topics that gained momentum on Facebook from 2018 to 2019. So basically what Facebook is looking at is all of its data on topics from 2018 to 2019, and the ones that have been basically ramping up the most, gaining the most trend, and gaining the most popularity. These topics reveal key developments in people's attitudes, expectations, and behaviors, and facts. Like, you're gonna be blown away by some of this stuff that we're about to read. And right here it says, here's how our team determined which topics of conversation to feature. We explored thousands of topics from January to June 2019 on Facebook. When patterns emerged, we looked to third-party research and credible media sources to both inform and validate our overall findings. So that's super positive that they not only are basing this off of their own data inside of their own platform, but they basically went out and double checked it with all the other data out there. So right here is where it starts to give us some of the main trends that it's been seeing based on all of this data. And I will say that it's going to break this down into several different countries. And I'll kind of just point stuff out and talk about a few things along the way. But if you want to, there's definitely going to be a lot that I skip, so it might be worth it for you to come back in and really read through all this. Number one, what it's saying has been the main trend that it's picked up on, that's been the main thing that's been trending is acting greener. People have been talking about sustainability for years. Now many people are making small lifestyle changes that have a big impact on the environment. It says in Canada, people are taking on beekeeping. In Sweden and the UK, people are making conscientious choices when it comes to fashion purchases. And then in Germany and US, people are seeking more plant-based foods. Number two right here, changing the channel, is talking about where people are consuming media and that sort of thing. So like in Mexico, they're starting to use social media. In the US, podcasts have been growing a ton. And in Indonesia, gamers are moving from computers to mobile devices. This third one right here is one of those that I'd kind of been feeling and seeing, but was when Facebook confirmed it, I was like, okay, cool, that felt good. But tactile activities are moving into the mainstream, and people discover the value. So this is one I actually have been seeing on particularly on TikTok, which is interesting, but just like blue collar manual labor type of work it's popping off. Like, people are loving it. And this one was really interesting here at the bottom, where it says in India, people are exploring the outdoors using hiking and backpacking to experience their nation's natural offerings. That's new to India. So and that one's interesting to me because probably over the past decade, maybe even a little bit longer, outdoor, like exactly what it just said about what people are doing in India, that's been the trend over the last decade in America, right? We've become much more outdoorsy. We're much more like go explore. And now that same thing is happening in India, and Facebook is here saying look, that it's happening. And so, man, outdoorsy companies should be targeting India on social media. Here's just more information about them getting into the outdoor industry. Right here, travel photography has been growing a lot. Mountaineering's been growing a lot. Backpacking's been growing a lot. So there are specific niches inside of the outdoor industry that are trending up in India right now. A lot. Like these are big upswings. Number 4, going back to basics, people are looking for more minimalistic products. This one has some really interesting insights. So making everyday moments special, it says people are elevating the mundane by turning everyday rituals into micro moments of excitement. In the US, people are increasingly embracing baths as a self-care ritual, using specialty soaks and chill out music to create spa-like experiences at home. Bath care products, soap bombs, stuff like that are good products to make. So now specifically, I want to look at the North America trends and even more specifically the United States trends. So if you look right here, in North America, a sense of individualism often drives people's choices. And this year, flexitarian diets, indoor gardens, and other custom combinations are helping people have it their way. And you'll see right here, it says Podcast United States, showing this millennial chilling, listening to a podcast. So Canada, beekeeping's been growing. I want to skip to United States right here. So the bath is back. Like, this is just so interesting that the number one like trend that it's picking up for United States is the bath is back. Like that's so interesting. But baths are moving back into American mainstream as people embrace different forms of self-care. Celebrities are divulging routines involving nightly milk baths. And if you look over here, milk bath, 91% female, 18 to 34. So 18 to 34-year-old females, target them on Facebook and Instagram with good advertising selling milk bath products. Part of the shift to custom care, regular people are detailing their own bath time routines on social media, using it to show off their suds, their chill out music, pics, and their products. So look, if you're a musician, like I guarantee you there's a struggling musician out there that makes some like niche music that would fit perfectly into this bath time chill out music if they kind of like branded it into that direction. So like there's just so much interesting data in here, and you can use to build a new business or take what business you already have and use this data to grow it further or reach new audiences or reach more relevant audiences. Another one that it mentions right here is flexitarianism. So this is just healthy eating, people becoming more mindful of eating more plants and less animals, basically. A survey across the US reports that 1/3 of Americans now consider themselves flexitarian. And look, if you watched my video yesterday about side hustles in college, this is actually a trend that I started to pick up on in 2013, and it's still climbing. Facebook is still predicting it climbing all the way through 2020. So still definitely a very strong market to be inside of, creating diet plans or creating products, creating new food products. The methane one's also really interesting. You could take that different directions where, you know, you're not making food or you're not doing diets, but maybe you're dealing with processes of, you know, how manufacturers or farms or whatever need to handle and manage and grow and produce their food and all that in order to reduce methane emissions. From pods to screens, so this one's really interesting. Podcasts have been exploding. We know that. Let's look at the demo right here. It's pretty split, 50-50. So podcasts have been exploding, male and female. But this one's not saying podcasts are exploding. It's saying what's also exploding is podcasts moving onto the screen, where podcasts are actually being turned into TV series, YouTube channels, and things like that. So that's the end of the report here. If you've watched my other videos, you'll definitely have heard me say that Facebook ads is the most powerful advertising tool there's ever been. And man, that's so true. Look at all this, right? And this isn't even Facebook ads. This is just giving us data based off of trends and stuff. But now imagine if you take this, like I said, like it just gave you targeting. It like if you're selling bath milk, right? This one again, go target. Or if you're a bath accessories company or something like that, like create a milk product, target 18 to 34-year-old females on Facebook and Instagram. And if you need more help, like a step-by-step guide walkthrough on how to set up Facebook ads, how to find more targeting, how to use audience insights, how to set up pixel, all of that, make sure and check out my other Facebook ads videos. Check out my Facebook ads playlist specifically because that has it all compiled into one spot for you. So I wanted to put this at the end of the video instead of the beginning of the video because, to be completely transparent with you, I've never been the type of person to comment or like or share social media posts, and I've never been a fan, and I've been guilty of this a few times in my videos because it's important to get engagement on your videos, but I've just never really been a fan of people stacking the beginning of their videos with a list of different things they want their viewers to do to get engagement on their videos. So anyways, instead of sticking that at the beginning of the video, this is me sticking that at the end of the video. For if you're still here and watching, why not drop a like on this video? Let's see if we can get 3.29 likes on this video, and also drop a comment. I'd love to answer any questions that you might have. And if you're still here, if you made it this far, thanks for watching all the way through, because that's honestly the most important thing as far as getting YouTube to distribute out these videos to more people. So thanks for watching. Let's get those 2.64 likes on this video, and I'll see you in the next one.